Night is thin, like paper. A single sound can tear it. Sometimes it is the dull crack of a nail driven into wood. Sometimes it is the dry rustle of straw. That night, I woke to a sound outside my window. At first, it was faint like grass brushing against a wall. But it came again louder, closer. The whisper of straw. My phone lit up on the table beside me. One unread message. It was from my sister Saki. Big brother at the shrine, the tree. The message ended there. No second line. No explanation. The clock read 207 A. Mem. The world outside was silent. But in that silence, I could still hear it. That faint rasping. The sound of straw being rubbed together. Chapter 1. The village and its warning. There is an old shrine in our village. It sits halfway up the mountain, hidden by trees. To reach it, you climb 100 stone steps. At the top stands a sacred tree, thick and ancient, with bark like wrinkled skin. Children in the village are told never to visit the shrine after dark. Do not climb the steps at night. Do not turn around once you start. And if you see anything nailed into the tree, look away. Forget it. Those who ignored the warnings had stories told about them. One boy tripped and broke both legs on the stone steps. A girl who touched a nail lost her voice for 7 days. No proof, of course. Only whispers. But no one laughed at these tales. The tree was called the Witness. It was said to see everything that happened at night. And sometimes it answered. Chapter 2. The Unfinished Message. Saki wasn't the type to believe in old stories. She loved photography. She spent evenings chasing the fading light, waiting for just the right color to fall across the river, or for the exact second when the wind stopped and the flowers stood still. She told me once she wanted to capture the shrine's lanterns before the festival. Unlit paper lanterns, she said, white against the dark. They'll look like ghosts, waiting for someone to breathe them alive. So maybe that's why she went. But why at 2 in the morning? And why did she stop mid-message, leaving me only? Big brother at the shrine, the tree. I grabbed my jacket and ran out. The night was not cold. It was thin, fragile, like paper stretched too tight. Chapter 3. The stone steps. The shrine was 10 minutes from our house. When I reached the bottom of the stone steps, I saw a figure standing there. It wasn't Saki. It was someone else, tall, slender, facing away. They climbed one step, then another, then stopped and stepped back down. I called out, "Excuse me, did you see a girl?" The figure didn't turn. Only their shoulders moved, like they were trembling. And then, in a low, steady voice, they said, "You can't turn back." Before I could ask, the figure faded into the dark. But the smell it left behind was real. The dry, musty smell of straw mats left too long in storage. Chapter 4. The Sacred Tree. The higher I climbed, the quieter the world became. No dogs, no voices. Only the sound of my own footsteps on stone. At the top, the lanterns hung from strings. Their paper skins pale and silent. Windless, breathless, waiting. And there, beside them, stood the sacred tree. The Witness. Its bark was gnarled and dark. But on its surface, something pale was fixed. From a distance, I knew the shape. A human figure, small and crooked. Its arms stretched out stiffly. Its head bent. A doll. A doll made of straw. Chapter 5. The doll. The doll was bound with paper strips, each smeared with black ink. On its chest, a single thick nail pinned it to the tree. Above its head, another nail gleamed in the moonlight. I didn't want to read the inked letters. I remembered what my grandmother once said. A name is a mouth and a blade. If you read it, it will see you. Still, my eyes betrayed me. I almost recognized the first character. Almost. I shut my eyes. The straw creaked softly. The sound of breath escaping dry lips. Behind me, a voice whispered, "Big brother." Chapter 6. The Voice. I froze. I had been told all my life, "Do not turn around at the shrine." But the voice was Saki's. And I turned. She was standing at the edge of the stone path. Her camera strap hung across her chest. Her skin was pale, her lips drained of color. "Saki, thank God. Are you okay?" She smiled, but her smile seemed wrong. At the corner of her mouth, the skin looked split, as if a new crease had been carved there. "Big brother," she said softly. "Look." She pointed to the shadow of the main hall. Another straw doll was nailed there, smaller, thinner. It had no paper charms, only a white thread wrapped tightly around it. The thread stretched across the ground, leading into a small, half-buried shrine. "Don't touch it," I whispered. Saki shook her head. "I won't. I'll just look." But her steps carried her closer to the tree, closer to the doll, and I followed, though every part of me wanted to run. Chapter 7. The Guardian. At the small shrine, the thread disappeared beneath a wooden door. I pushed it open. Inside was a paper mask, bent and warped, its eyes uncut, its mouth sealed. Yet it felt as though it was watching me. "Don't," a voice said. I turned. A woman stood there, dressed in white robes. Her hair was cropped short, her face lined but ageless. "I warned you," she said. "You cannot turn back now." "Where's my sister?" I demanded. The woman pointed to the sacred tree. "She is there, between the nail and the bark, between the name and the mouth." I wanted to shout at her, but her eyes were calm, heavy with something older than anger. "To take her back," she said, "you must not call her name. You must not bind her with your voice. You must release her. Only release." Chapter 8. The Choice. "Saki," I whispered. She turned. Her smile was wider now, the crease at her lips deeper. Her eyes glimmered, not with her own light, but with something borrowed. "Big brother," she said. Her voice was soft. "Am I beautiful?" The straw doll groaned against the tree. The nails sank deeper. The bark split like flesh. I wanted to answer her name, to call her back. But the Guardian's words echoed. "Do not call. Do not bind. Only release." So I forced the word out. Choking, I returned. The lanterns shuddered. The wind, absent until now, rushed through them, and their paper skins tore with a sound like screaming. The smell of straw filled my lungs. Then it was gone. Epilogue. The sound of straw. When I opened my eyes, Saki stood beside me. Her lips were whole again. Her camera strap hung heavy at her side. She was breathing. "Big brother?" she asked. Her voice was her own. I nodded. We left the shrine together. We did not look back. At the bottom of the steps, Saki checked her phone. On her screen was the message she had tried to send me, but now it was complete. "Big brother." At the shrine. "The tree, it's over. I'm safe." She looked confused. "I didn't write that last part," she whispered. Neither of us spoke. We walked home in silence. That night, as I lay awake, I thought I heard it again. Faint, distant, carried on the wind, the dry whisper of straw. "QQ!" The sound of the world remembering a voice.